Hi, and welcome to my channel, Laura's Library Card. So this video is actually a combination of two things. First half will be my checked out on Laura's Library Card, where I run through a list of everything that I'm currently reading and what's kind of on my near horizon TBR, what I've got checked out from the library. And actually the second half of this video is my first ever book haul. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, it's just, I'm combining it with this video because I don't intend to do very many book hauls, and this is sort of a weird fluke, and I only have 4 books, so I am just kind of combining my checked out and book haul into one video, so stay tuned. Repeats from last week include I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara and The Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah McLean, The Wedding Date by Jasmine Guillory, Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, Ghost by Jason Reynolds, and The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. A new book I have checked out this week is called The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I heard about this book from Mare Reads. She's a small booktuber, and I will link the announcement up here. But she and a couple other friends have started a new book club called the Page Turner Book Club. And she said they intend to read a mixture of thrillers and romances, which just sound great to me because I already read a lot of romance, and they're trying to do some newer stuff. And I can't wait to also branch out further into the thriller category. So I will link the Page Turner Book Club announcement that I found from Mare Reads right up here. And that is the choice for May, because I think that their first book club is happening at the end of this week. A few books I had checked out over the weekend for Contemporary-a-thon were The Bromance Book Club and Undercover Bromance, both by Lyssa K. Adams, and Well Met by Jen DeLuca. I've managed to check those out, read them, and then return them all over the weekend in finishing Contemporary-a-thon, and I'll link my vlogs up here. So those are what I have checked out currently on my library card. Now on to the book haul portion. I mentioned The Eye of the World, and that's because I'm participating in a read along of the whole Wheel of Time series, and that is being sponsored by Witch Kitten Reads. So I do have the audiobook checked out from the library, and I intend to listen to it, but I also just felt like I needed to have the paper version too. I'm going to try this whole annotate with tabs scenario, and I've heard that this book is kind of complicated and long and epic and involved. That's not really a deterrent for me, but I'm hoping that if I have the physical book as well as the audiobook, I will be less likely to mix up characters and get lost, and I can remember things better. Another book that was on my checked out list for the last 1 or 2 weeks, but that was not present on this week's checked out, is The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And that's because this edition was handed to me today by a wonderful friend and coworker, and it's this beautiful edition that has sprayed edges. So I am really lucky to have some good friends, and I'm really looking forward to reading The Red Queen. Also given to me today by the same friend, she's just a lover of books and she wants to spread that love, is The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. I just recently heard about this nook actually in Robbie from And His Nose Stuck in a Book. It was on his Panemathon TBR. I will link that probably in the description. And I was really intrigued by his description and added it to my TBR, and then my friend must have read my mind because she showed up today with a copy of it for me. So I'm looking forward to that. And last but not least, I of course have The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, and I am anticipating on reading this for Panemathon, and I'm really looking forward to that. I don't really know much about it, and I've managed to not be spoiled as of this exact second. I see a lot of sort of I love it or I hate it reactions on Twitter, so I've managed to not be spoiled, and I want to keep it that way, but I don't know if I can wait all the way till it's time to read it for Panemathon. But I have the book when it's time to read it. So there you have it. Those are all the books I have both checked out on my library card and have recently acquired. Book hauls that I own are probably not going to be a thing on this channel, but once the libraries open up again, I might be able to do this checked out as like sort of a library book haul, and I'll have physical books to hold up. Not all the time. I still read a lot of ebooks and listen to a lot of audiobooks, but I'm hoping that once the libraries are open again, I will have more physical books to display Vanna White style. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below if you have any thoughts about any of the books that I've mentioned, or if you want to gush about how much you loved/hated Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.